Magical Garden, reaching for the stars. Guys, how are you doing? Your girl, oh my God, we tangled. Okay. Your girl has on a beautiful crown, and I am so in the spirit. And if you want to know why, it's because Monday was your girl's birthday. So I'm still in the spirit. Technically, the whole month is my vibe. Okay, June, Gemini. But definitely, I had such a awesome, excuse me, an awesome, blessed, amazing birthday. And I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you that said happy birthday to me on Instagram. It meant so much to me, and I was just like literally overwhelmed. I'm still working on coming down off of that high. I love birthdays, so of course, needs to say when it's your own, it's even more that much tasteful. But seriously, guys, I'm just so humbled. I like to look back on the year that I had before, and I have to say that excuse me, especially with everything, all the events that has happened, I am extremely blessed. I have to say that. I had to say that out loud. So that's just a little tidbit. So your girl, you know what I'm saying, want to still zhuzh up for you guys, keeping the spirit. And honestly, I just really feel a shift in energy. And then speaking about energy, let's get into this forecast. But before we start, be sure to check me out on Instagram. All the information will be down below. I feel like I don't say that enough, and I'm working on that, guys. So be sure to check me out on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on all social platforms. I'm also on Facebook, and yeah, and follow my I had a brain fog, guys. I just relax. I'm just trying to really. I told y'all it's been a week. It's been a week, but we here. We here. We still celebrate, but we here. Also follow my podcast. Hello, good afternoon, my baby. Follow my podcast. It's definitely growing. I'm so excited. We are in the 50s. We're actually almost approaching our 60th episode, and I'm just so excited, guys. Like, I have so many things that this birthday, I don't know who she is, but I love her. We just understanding each other. We just met the other day, but I'm feeling her. I just feel like the energy is just so different, and not just because it was my birthday. And we have a lot of birthday people here, nothing to say. Okay, so let's get into this forecast, guys. Now that I finished like playing around and just basking in my own energy. The sun is in Gemini, okay, and the moon is in Cancer, but will be moving into Leo Monday the 14th. Then it will be moving into Virgo the Thursday the 17th, and then it will be moving into Libra Saturday the 19th, okay. So the North Node right now is still in retrograde. It's still in retrograde in Gemini, and it will be going direct Thursday the 17th. You do hear a lot of 17th going on. I mean, let me just calm down, Liz. Okay, so it will be going direct the 17th this Thursday. Excuse me. Then Mercury will be it's still in retrograde, but I know I usually only speak about the week, but just to give you a little cap in advance, okay, that's just my gift to you. It was my birthday. We will be going direct. If you don't know, we'll be going direct soon, which is the 22nd next week, and that's going to be on a Tuesday. So thank God for that. Then we have Venus, which is in Cancer. We have Mars in Leo. We have Ceres in Taurus. We have Jupiter in Pisces. We have Saturn in retrograde in Aquarius, okay? Then we have Venus in Taurus. We have Neptune in Pisces. We have Pluto in retrograde in Capricorn. I feel like when I was reading this to you guys, and this is for the week of the 13th to the 19th, if I did not mention it in advance. When I was reading this whole in the placements, I don't know. I just feel like, and I really believe that it's because of the retrograde. And I was just saying the other day, um, how this retrograde has been doing me well, because I'm a Gemini, and Geminis move fast. We are the messengers. We're always retaining information. We always want to learn. We just, like, learning for us is like a shiny object. It's like, oh, I want to learn about this. I want to perfect this. And when we learn, okay? So we don't half-ass anything. And that's why a lot of people, a lot of times, kind of misinterpret Geminis in terms of saying that. Now, there is some validity to it in terms of having too many pots open and nothing cooking, right? Because we're touching this, we're touching that, we're, being a master of everything and not of one thing, right? Or how do you say, being something about a master of everything and not of none? I think I'm saying it backwards, but you see what I'm saying? But anyway, you get the synopsis of what I'm trying to say. But basically, with Geminis, okay, we have the ability to do multiple things very, very well. But when we take that strength and really focus and horn in into one thing, it's like it goes jack of all trades and master of none. Yes, exactly. Okay, thank you for saving me. Jack of all trades and master of none. Okay, not leaving a sister hanging. I digress. But with that being said, when we take that energy and we really focus and harness in that one aspect, and allow ourselves the space of saying, okay, it's not that I can't do the other stuff, and it's not that I'm not going to get back to it, but we allow ourselves the freedom to flow through. And that's what a lot of Geminis, we get bored quick. And if we get bored, that energy gets stagnant. It's like not dusting. You know what I'm saying? It's like Saturday come or whatever. That's when I dust, okay? And if you don't dust, that energy, after you dust and you clean up, and the other day I did that, and honey, I'm feeling myself, okay? Deep cleaning at that. But when you do that, you can feel the vibration. You can feel the difference within your home because you clean that surface, right? So with Geminis moving around and touching so many bases, we are the sign that has to move on and go back to that project, go back to that thing that we did leave off, because what we do, we breathe new life and new longevity into that, and it multiplies. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but it does. It multiplies in like, it basically, what I'm trying to say, it lets off for lost time. You don't lose any time. Because when a Gemini sits there and do something like focus on one thing and not, I know for me, I have to have at least 3 things going on. And when I say 3 things, it's more, but they all have different type of energy tones. All of them is not 100. But it gives me a vacation to know that, okay, I want to knit, okay, because today's my day off, and I'm not going to really do too much writing or being on social media, but I'm still creating something. It helps me. It's a form of meditation for me. So when I do come back and do the very object that needs the most of my energy, I'm that much more refreshed. I have so much more to offer, okay? And that's what that energy with Gemini it really does. And with it being in retrograde, with Mercury being in retrograde right now, and going direct, which is the 22nd next week. Now, I know I usually focus on the week, okay? But in this case, I'm not in a box, because this is affluent to what I'm trying to drive home to you. A lot of these retrogrades kind of have you kind of like feeling like stuck, and not being able to move forward in a sense. And the last couple of lives I did say, and I still stand behind it, which is, you need to go back. And especially with Saturn being in retrograde in Aquarius, and Aquarius is also an air sign. It is driven by air elements. Going back and taking that time to, dot your T's and cross your I's, prepares you for this very moment, because now we're moving into Cancer. Okay, that energy is you just heard me say, oh, I'm so happy I just cleaned my home and this, that, and the third, and all this other stuff, because Cancer is a very they're hard workers, but they love their environment to be a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? They kind of remind me of Virgos as well, that type of energy. But needless to say, being that this shift is happening, Mercury being able to move forward is now a great time to really say, you know what, I'm glad that I used this time to dial back and tighten up on the things that I needed to tighten up on. And if you might be saying, well, I still got a lot of things that I didn't complete, it's okay, because this is a great time to focus and allow your energy to move forward. Now we've been going backwards, right, with all these retrogrades happening. We've been, Pluto is still in retrograde in Capricorn. That is an earth sign. Earth energy is very slow. It's very slow. And with Pluto being in retrograde, and Pluto is the destruction and rebirth, right? When the seasons change and everything, a lot of times by the time we see like the trees blossoming and the flowers, I have flowers, I wish I could see, I see this, guys, like honestly speaking, I don't want to like mess this setup up, but like honestly, like I have beautiful flowers all around me, because I'm an earthbound woman. I love flowers, and it was my birthday, and that was one gift that I really want. I mean, usually I give myself flowers anyway, but I overdid it this time, and I have no regrets, right? Going forward, allowing yourself to really love on yourself too. A lot of times when we working so hard on these projects and everything, we're not giving love back to our spaces. Prepared to have, one of the things I feel like is lessons this week. I feel like this week is not so much about, where the focus is. If anything, the focus should be in congratulating yourself and saying to yourself, you know what, wow, I did good. When I look back, I actually was a lot of paces forward, more than I realized. Because a lot of times when you have to go back, we beat up on ourselves. It's like, you leave your key home, or you leave something and you already left the house. You're like, damn, I got to go back and stuff like that. Usually nobody really likes to go backwards. We don't like to think about things that happened before. People want to just move forward all the time. But these energies that come forth in these planets, everything is in synchronicity within each other. And I truly believe this is the way of the world. This is how we are able to receive our blessings. Because if you're already 10 steps ahead, and that point is not ready for you, and it's not ready to give you what it has to, it's genuine 1000% blessing, and in the right form that you need it, no one else, things could be rocky. You could miss the bus, you know what I'm saying? You could fall flat on your face. But when you had to dial back and you come back forward, how many times I had to go backwards, or forgot something, or maybe just whatever it was, it made me go backwards, and then I bump into somebody, or I take a different turn. So many, I don't have to tell y'all, so many things are aligned, and I always go back in my mind and say, wow, if I didn't go back, or if I didn't wait, or if I didn't miss this train, or I used to cuss when I missed the train. Now I'm like, okay, you know what, that wasn't a train for me. Okay, I'm here for my divine intervention. I'm here for my truth. I'm not going to sit here. First of all, the train passed. What I'm not going to do is be upset and beat up on myself for something that I cannot change. Why not push through into that space and say to yourself, you know what, I trust that this is my steps of being divinely led. Okay, so with the North Node being in retrograde and going direct Thursday, and it's in Gemini, again, that headspace, this is the time you're going to start to feel yourself moving forward. This is a time of celebrations, my friend. Well, celebrations too, because you could be celebrating different aspects of your life, okay? But I truly believe that a lot of times when things feel easy, because moving forward, another thing, moving forward feels easier, well, depending on what you're moving forward from, let's just be honest. But in just a plain even scale, I don't know what's happening with my English today, guys. Like, you know what, I took a beautiful sacred bath yesterday, and I think I'm still on the high from that. I'm just saying, in a couple glasses of wine, but I didn't have any today. Anyway, I digress. So with that energy, I just feel like this is a time of celebration. Guys, it's really easy for us to feel happy and enjoy ourselves when we're moving forward. Because, well, I didn't even want to say that. What I really want to say is really easy for us to take for granted when we're moving forward, because it feels natural. Think about it. Your feet is in front of you. Your eyes is in front of you. We're used to going forward, right? So we can miss the goodies that is surrounded that space of moving forward, being able to move forward, being able to actually step forward and see the things through that you work so hard to achieve, right? Whereas when we have to go backwards and go and tighten up, we cuss it and we get upset and stuff like that. But this is the time to actually celebrate yourself. Be kind to yourself. Allow yourself to say, you know what, I did a good job. I did a great job. And I'm continue doing a great job. And I am allowing myself to be proud of myself and hold space for myself, knowing that I am deserving. I don't know what that word, I don't know why deserving. That word is coming down so strong on me right now. And I truly believe it has a lot to do with Pluto being in retrograde in Capricorn. Capricorn is an earth sign, and Pluto is about depending. Oh, by the way, if you find out where Pluto falls on your chart, because 9 times out of 10, that's where Pluto is not about you doing everything like everybody else, okay? In that particular space and time in your chart, I should say, a lot of that energy you could find yourself like going against the current. I know before I started studying, I realized why certain things just wasn't panning out for me, because of where the alignment of certain planets was in my chart. I'm just being candid. I literally was going against the current in, I'm gonna say, 60% of my chart, and that's a lot. And it explained a lot, and it explained why I was working so hard. It don't have to be so hard. The thing about, you know what makes it really hard? We second guess ourselves. We don't allow ourselves to say, okay, you know what, this is a decision and I'm gonna go for it. Now, I'm not saying just go blindly, but 9 times out of 10, you already had the answer, and then we'll go in circles only to do the same thing that we thought about the first time. I know so many times where I'm going out somewhere, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna wear this outfit, this, that, and the third, whatever, and then I get like a little fashion fever, and I totally want to like change up the outfit and do, go with something else. Now, sometimes 20% of the time, 30% of the time, I'm like, okay, it works out. But 90%, well, yeah, I got to do my math. I said 30, okay, so that's 70% of the time. I really want to say 80. I go back to the first outfit that I wanted, that I planned out, and I always say to myself, "Damn, you should have stuck with the plan." And I'm still working on that. But I realized it happened to me the other day. I kid you not. I'm like, because you took the time. You took the time to write it out. You took the time to dream about it. You took the time to pray about it. You took the time. You sat with yourself. And you mean to tell me you did all that work for when it's time to put that energy forward and do the very thing that you planned for, you want to second guess it? My friend, no. We're not doing that. And when you allow yourself to trust yourself, Pluto can come up in your life so beautifully. 2 days ago. See? It happened happens to all of us. It happens, excuse me, it happens to all of us. I should have had my water. See, I second guessed myself. I said to myself, I said, Liz, I'm gonna put my water right here, but it's over there. And I was like, oh, I don't want to go get it. See, second guess. I mean, I'm okay, but you know, I could be a little better. I don't feel like getting up. But anyway, what, you know, Pluto being in retrograde in Capricorn, Capricorn is, you know, that earth energy is moving slower. But the good news is, because Mercury is going to be going direct soon, and then the North Node is going direct Thursday, which is the 17th. That is good news. You know, no bad news bears. Actually, to be honest, you know, for me, I don't know about other, you know, astrologers and stuff like that. I don't know about other readings over here. I don't believe in like so much negative and positive. There is a polarity, and it's also the spirit. You know, we all can receive the same message in different ways. So I'm not about to sit here and say, well, you know, because, you know, everybody goes so crazy about the retrograde. To be honest, I seen it. I'm just now starting to see certain things with the retrograde with me. But like, I feel like I talk faster, and I am talking fast. I hear myself, you know, and I'm trying to slow down. But that Mercury and that energy moving, like, you know, moving forward but backward at the same time for so long, because the whole time with, especially with air signs, it always wants to go. So even that, if it appears to be moving backwards, that's not its natural state. So any inch that shows that it's about to move forward, it's like, grrr, okay. But what I will say is that when it was in, well, it's still in retrograde, but in the beginning, I allowed myself to go back. I allowed myself to do what I could in this space that I am in. And that's another thing, guys, especially to my creators out here. Do yourself the favor and honor the space that you are in. I am all for making plans and moving forward in life, but at the same token, we have to rest. We have to know when we can't do certain things. You know, you walking away from a project, you walking away from certain things, like I said in the beginning of this live, is actually going to give more life and more reverence to the very thing that you're working on creating. Because I know for me, whatever I create, whenever I am creating, which is every day on one scale or the next, I like to give my essence, my love to the very thing. So I don't try to push myself, well, anymore, I should say. Okay, she came a long way, and she still got a long ways to go. But what I have learned, which works for me, is to be true within my spirit from the inside out. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying don't be motivated. I'm not saying be lazy. But at the same token, you got eyes, you got feel. You with you every day. You know how much you've been doing. So if you need to, like, still do certain things but really dial back, especially this week, guys, because soon we're gonna be in Cancer season. Okay, we still over here for the Gemini, okay, but at the same token, the shift in the energy is changing. You know, like I was saying with the earth signs, and Pluto being in Capricorn and Capricorn being, and that's another thing, that's a grandfather sign. A lot of times when we see plants and we see greenery and we see beautiful flowers, it's been months that they've been germinating and cultivating and growing and working towards getting through the very things that they had to come out of, the floor, the branch, whatever have you, to bloom. But we didn't see it. Just one day you see a couple of leaves, and next thing you know, the trees are full is bushy. Right? But it doesn't mean that the work was not being done. I will repeat that. It doesn't mean that the work was not being done. So you taking the time and you walking away from certain things and just to give back to yourself, especially for the people that live in the northern hemisphere, there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of things that has happened. There's so many things that's still happening in this world. And then you on top of that, wanting to leave and create your own mark in it's here on earth, it takes a certain type of not only persistence but humble. You have to humble yourself. Well, in my humble opinion, okay, no puns intended. But humbling yourself is not so much. I used to have a problem with that word, by the way, humble. Not because I was like, oh my God, like I'm just this shit. I mean, I am, and you are too. I'm not saying like that, but like I feel like with like, you know, I for me, I guess it was like I felt, because I know I have a lot of energy, so like when I was little and I'm like, you know, you gotta stay humble, you gotta, I felt like they was trying to quiet me when I was little. I was like, see, that was like around when I was 12, and I am not 12 anymore. But anyway, but I love that word because it reminds me personally of what that word truly means. You know, you should be in a humbled state, meaning that your body needs to rest, your spirit needs to rest, you need to rest. This is the very vessel that is allowing you to achieve. And I know for me, I had to work on understanding that, because we so like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. This very vessel is allowing you to do that. Who you think you are? Like, boo, you gotta take care of all of us, okay? So, you know, learn what you're putting into your body. That's another thing, guys. I'm on a new journey. Guys. Wish me luck, okay? I don't need no luck. I got this. But, you know, the more the merrier. I'm on a new journey because, you know, as a woman becomes a little younger in her age, there's certain things that we have to leave at the wayside, okay? And one of the things is, it may look like I have to stop eating less fish now. If not, I'm working on cutting it out down the line. And if I do allow myself to indulge, it'll probably only be like once or twice a week. Thank you, girl. Once or twice, I said a week, a month, okay, if that, because I'm working towards eating more of an alkaline diet. I am working on following Dr. Sebi. He's a if you, y'all probably already know about him, but if you don't know, he has cured every, in my humble opinion, he has cured every disease, okay, known to man, okay, through this alkaline diet. And you could YouTube it, you could do more about, you could read up and do some more research, because I know for me, and this is also allowing myself and healing myself, you know, with these retrogrades, this is what came out of me. I noticed that because I allowed myself to go back. So what I was saying is, I found myself in a transition state right before my birthday, literally, okay? And I am a holistic person. I believe in doing things natural. That's just my humble opinion. That's what has always worked for me. I am not poo-pooing on anybody's beliefs, but I'm telling you what works for your girl, okay? So I am not looking down on things that work on the Western hemisphere, but you know what I'm saying? For me, okay, natural, the more natural the better. Anyway, so I decided, so now because I'm working on eating a more alkaline diet, I have fruits in the morning. You know, I just had a delicious, I just want to give y'all this recipe just in case y'all want to try that juice, because I just tried it today. I was missing one, but whatever. It's strawberry, spinach, coconut water, I forgot what seed. Well, you could add your own seed, whatever you want to add to it, and lime, and it was delicious. It was refreshing. Okay, I didn't have the coconut water because I forgot, but I had everything else, and it was so good, guys. Like with that lime, and that's the whole thing. It gave me, and that's probably why I was talking really. Oh my God. Probably why I was talking so fast, guys. I kid you not, since I started eating like this, my energy levels just spiked. And again, you see how you see how spirit is? I shared this with you, right? And you see how it fell into what I was saying in the beginning, which is allowing yourself to go backwards, allowing yourself to heal yourself, right? Because when you move forward, you'll be that much more stronger. I literally just professed that, and actually after that shared this with you. So I love this. I love this, guys, and I love that we just had this moment, because it proves even more so to me, and then it shows you, like, I am not coming here just like da, da, da. This is what works, and I'm here for what works. Okay, I will take off whatever I have to take off my plate to live the best harmonious life for myself. And what I will say, for years I've been hearing people, oh, I don't eat fish, I don't eat meat, this and that. I stopped eating meat years ago, but I still was eating seafood. And I'm not sitting here saying that I don't eat seafood anymore, but now I'm breaking it down only to like once or twice a month, okay? And because I'm a tester, just like I did with taking meat off my plate. I was like, you know what? Let me try it out. I was amazed, guys. I'm 48. Okay, I am not afraid. I'm not afraid or ashamed to say my age or whatever. Age is just it's just a number. If anything, you know what? I got more chips. Okay, excuse me. But this energy that I'm feeling, how I feel inside, like, honestly, like, even my joints, like, your girl was feeling type stiff. Now, I do yoga and everything like that, but still in the morning we had to crank her up to feel good. Now, I mean, I still crank her up, but I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, like the tin man that, we need like oil. You know what I'm saying? So literally, I'm not even kidding y'all, right? So I truly believe it's because I am excreting a lot of waste, TMI, but I am drinking a lot of water and really healing my body, which allows us to move forward and pour into and come in a clear space. Because, guys, your kidneys are connected to your brain. Shout out to the people that knew that. I feel like I knew that, but I didn't know that. I wasn't like respecting it. And I'm not going to say, a lot of people like to say, well, I don't want to say, but from what I see, a lot of times people say the things to do, but they don't really show, like, they're not, everybody's comfortable to do what they want. But I am a very raw person, and especially when it comes to like shit that works. And when it works, okay? And I'm here to tell y'all, give yourself that space. Heal yourself the way you need to heal it. For me, this is working for me. And I'm not poo-pooing on medicine, because, save lives and stuff like that. But I also believe in prevention is better than cure in any shape or form that we can do. That's all we can do. All we can do in this life is to do the best that we can. But with these planets going direct, although we're still in retrograde, I really say this week, another thing, write down your affirmation, but save it. I usually be like, oh, write down your information. You can do that too, but I feel like, honestly, you should say, I'm trying to see, let me see. I'm looking at my calendar, and we just had the new moon in that was the 10th. The full moon is the 24th. Okay, and that is a Thursday, guys. I can't make this up. That is a Thursday, and oh my God, that is a Thursday, and the North Node is going direct Thursday, and that is the day of Jupiter. Okay, that is the day of Jupiter, and Jupiter is in Pisces right now, guys. Guys, this is the moment. Write down your affirmations. You know what I'm saying? You can wait until the full moon, which is the 24th. You could do that, but for some reason, basically realizing too, but what I'm feeling, okay, because I'm moving really fast and I know it, so excuse me for talking so fast, but this is what it is. And take your girl, love her for who she is, right? What I will say is that with this Jupiter being in Pisces, and Pisces is a very spiritual sign, and the North Node is going direct on Thursday, which is the day of Jupiter. Guys, this is the time. This is your moment for expansion, okay? It's like pulling a rubber band. Well, don't pull it too far because you might hurt yourself, but I'm just giving you an analogy. Pulling a rubber band, pulling it back as much as you can, and letting it go, and let whatever flies shoot. That's basically That's something else came to my mind. Oh my God. But anyway, that's what came to my mind in terms of like moving forward, because with this there's another refreshing type of energy. You know, anytime you stuff something in, which is what this retrograde, we had so many retrogrades, it does make you feel like, oh my God, I want to move forward, but I can't. I say this all to say, guys, that regardless of what you do, these are just suggestions that I am going to implement for me in my workings, but also what I'm sharing with you, because again, I'm only sharing with you what I know works. It has worked for me, and it's not to say because it worked for me it's going to work for you, but I truly do believe if you're listening to this message, okay, no matter when you choose to listen to this message or when this message finds you, it's finding you in the right light, in the right space of your life. I don't believe in mistakes. I don't believe in accidents. I truly believe that everybody receives divine energy, divine guidance exactly when you need to hear it. That has never failed me. And I'll go on the line of saying that I think that regardless if you listen to it or not or take it in, it's always right on time. It's always right on time, and there's a calming in that, because you learn to believe in yourself and really anchor into the things that you really believe in. Your dreams is not supposed to be believed with for everybody. Everybody can't see your vision because it's your vision. How I see the world and how I view the world and how I see colors and everything, it could have a totally different impact on you, right? But that's fine. We're not all supposed to be the same way. You know, there's only one me and there's only one you. So know that with divine intervention, you are always in the right space in the right time. If you had to go back and if you felt like you could have got a lot much more done, instead of looking at things like that, look at it like, you know what, my body or this needed my attention. This needed my attention, and I'm glad that I had the resolve and the space to give to what was needed at the time, rather than cuss it. We're not here to cuss things. We're here to give love and light to the things that is actually aiding us. You know, I'm working on my blog, and you know, it's touching a lot of bases for me, and the process of, because I'm doing the whole thing, I'm actually everything I'm doing by myself, and I never did anything like that before. But it's time for me to move on and push further within my brand, right? And offer y'all something even more substantial in a grandiose space where you could come in and we can support each other, and I can be of a support to you. Because I remember back in the day, I don't want to cry, but I remember back in the day feeling very alone, feeling very, very alone in my belief systems. There wasn't a lot of people that look like me, that I'm getting choked up, that look like me, that see things the way I seen it. And I understand that we're all different, but that can be lonely. Now, it wasn't lonely for me because it allowed me to have that space just for myself, and I was so happy for it. But at the same token, I didn't have anybody that I can actually like converse with. So in that being said, now I was able to find a lot of like-minded people. I was able to cultivate a lot of relationships, and I would never believe that the relationships I have with certain people that I have today, but it took a lot of me searching and finding and allowing myself just to go blindly and know that, okay, this is I'm in the mode of studying, learning. I'm in this space. I had to learn a lot about myself, and everything that the funny thing is, everything that I learned or was learning was not disfamiliar for me, because I am Haitian. I was born into a very spiritual family as well, but they didn't really talk about a lot of things. The only person that I really had that really shared her gift was my grandmother, and God rest her soul. And we had a really special relationship, okay? And I did a lot of growing, and what I want for my space to be in, when you do visit my site, I want it to be where you feel a sense of home, and some answers and some tips, and to the things that you can do to actually soothe yourself, and use these tools to better your your walk of life. You know, I want to be part of your healing process. You know, I am not God, you know, but I do have love in my heart. And if you have love in your heart, how can you not come from a great positive space? How could you not be there for somebody? How could you not be able to pour love into them? And I have a lot of love to give. So I'm definitely going to be doing that. Guys, it almost got misty up in here. You know, she took time today. I don't know if y'all can see, but she took time. We don't want to do that. But guys, I just want to say thank you so much for supporting me. As usual, your girl's about to cry. You know, that's never a comfortable situation for me. I'm still a little choked up, but I want to share this with you guys, because I don't just come here just like, oh, here's a forecast, this, that, and third. Everything I do is different. And it's not like, oh, we all are different. And I had to learn that, because I was like trying to see like, okay, it's okay to learn from other people, of course. First of all, everything has been done, okay? But it hasn't been done by you. I feel you, Queen. Thank you. It hasn't been done by you. You haven't bring your light and your spice, because you are very talented as well. You know, I feel so blessed that I have great, amazing, talented souls around me as well, that pours into me as well, you know, and that is also part of my growth. You know, as we're all students, I believe that I am a forever student. I don't, me personally, like for me, I hear people say I'm, you know, like I think it takes over 10,000 hours to become a master or something like that, or whatever. But I'm not even here to look at the hours. My whole thing is being true, being honest. And it did take me a long time to get here, so I guess it does have some correlation, because I've been behind the scenes, doing what I have been doing. Not so much behind, but enough to where I feel comfortable coming out in this light and sharing my platform and what I had to give. Because it is a disservice when you have a gift and you don't share it. It is selfish, because, you know, people are not going to be able to benefit from you. People are not going to be able to support you if you don't tell them what you do. And I had to work really hard on myself to allow myself to do that, because I'm a very private person. I like to do everything, you know what I'm saying? And I still am, but this is a new journey for my brand, and you know, I'm bringing that aspect to it. So I'm really excited about that. But guys, most importantly, take time to breathe. Take time to breathe. You know, it's so much information that's been spewed out. And even me with the forecast, this is something that I was led to do for as long as I'm doing it. I don't see it stopping anywhere soon. And to be honest, I'll always be doing something like this in some light, shape, or form, or lighter anyway. But this was something that I was definitely led to do. And, you know, I do study. But at the same token, whether it's me or anybody else that you are receiving information, listen to your heart and listen to your gut. What does your gut tell you? What does your spirit tell you? But again, I always say, when you come before certain information, it's because you were supposed to receive it. Guys, I love you so much. I pray that this week is fly for you. I pray that great vibes follow you, along with great health and great wealth. But believe in yourself. Take time to breathe, you know, especially in the morning times. There's been a vibe. I've been doing it. I used to do it all the time, but then I fell off. You know, I'm not even going to sit here and excuse me. But a girl's back on. A girl's back on. A girl's here. Okay, and you are too. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you'll be notified every time your girl uploads a video of some sort. Okay, and learns how to speak a little slower. Good luck with that. And follow me on Instagram. Follow me on my podcast. Be sure to support that because your girl is growing. You want to be part of the you want to be part of the growing crew. You don't want to be part of, like, we big over here and it's like, oh, I mean, you could do that too, but I wish you could provide space. Thank you and abundance. You too, Queen. Thank you for support. Blessings.